Good evening, everybody. Donovan here, and we're going to do something a little different today. On I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go over the Eagles' schedule and what I believe their record is going to be at the end of the season. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. Sorry, this is taking so long, guys. Here we go. And here you have it, the schedule. So they open up week one against the Commanders September 13th at 4:25 p.m. And I believe that it's going to be a W, actually. Hurts is 5-0 in week one games. Daniels is going to make his return after being knacked with injuries all of 2025. And the last time Daniels played against the Eagles was in the NFC Championship at the Link. And I'm curious to see how the Eagles secondary is going to look in week one. Are they going to mesh well? Are they going to take some time to adjust? But I don't think that they should have any issues against the Commanders because, like, let's face it, they don't have a receiving core. Because outside of Terry McLaurin, who do they have? Luke McCaffrey, Van Jefferson. They they got this. Eagles got this. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Same thing with week two at the Titans, September 20th at 1 o'clock. I think the Titans are just going to be going through growing pains. They have a new OC in Brian Daboll, head coach Robert Saleh, and I think they're not going to be good right off the bat. And this is week two. This is probably one of the like better weeks to get a team such as this one that's rebuilding and trying to get used to everybody and to the schemes and all that. I don't see the Eagles having any trouble with the Titans, but I could be wrong. The Eagles, they're prone to to losing these easy games. They're prone to doing that. Like they'll go out here and just lay an egg against the Titans, but then somehow sweep the Cowboys. Anything can happen with the Eagles. Anything can happen. But the Eagles also haven't beaten Tennessee in their building since 1991. But I think that that's going to change once the Eagles are done tearing their butts up in Nashville. On to week three, where we actually have a tough game against the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field on Monday Night Football. Yeah, not a good showing last season against the Bears. Not good at all. The Bears just came into our building and just put up 281 yards on the ground against the Eagles defense. Not a good showing at all. It was not a good watch. I know that the score would indicate something else, but to everybody who saw the entire game, it was just ugly. But on a positive note, the Eagles have won 8 of their last 10 games against the Bears in Soldier Field. So hopefully they can make it number 9 with this one. So that's going to be a W, starting off the season good. Week 4 against the Rams at the Link, October 4th at 1 o'clock. So this one is going to be very tough. It's going to be a battle of two very, very stellar defenses. We all saw last year with Jordan Davis, where he had that miracle touchdown, and it was very miraculous. Yeah, Eagles are 4-0 in the last four meetings against the Rams, including that playoff game in the Snow Bowl where Jalen Carter made the stop of all stops and got us to that Super Bowl because of it. And this is going to be Tariq Woolen against his former division rival and looking for a little bit of, I wouldn't say revenge, but he did have a taunting penalty against them, so maybe he could have somewhat of a grudge because of that. But I feel like Tariq Woolen's going to lock down Puka Nakua. That's my personal opinion too. I think Tariq Woolen is going to hold Puka Nakua in check this entire game. I think it should be on a later time though. That's just my opinion, like I said. And I know Birds fans. I know, 10-1. I know y'all don't want to see that record, but the Eagles have been 10-1 against the Rams in their last 11 meetings, so that's pretty good. And like I said, they had that playoff game in the snow. And back to Puka Nakua, I don't know if he's going to be ready. I know he has all that stuff going on with the therapy and everything, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I believe it's going to be a W. Okay, week 5 against the Jaguars in London, October 11th at 9:30 a.m. Apologies, everybody. I'm sure you Birds fans will find a way to get to London. I'm sure you guys will find a way, and I hope you do. And I'm actually looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to how Bayshaw Tootin from Paulsboro, New Jersey, is going to look against this Eagles defense. I actually want him to do well, but at the same time, I don't want him to do well. It's complicated. Oh, I remember Bayshaw. I saw him at these Paulsboro High School football games. Oh, God, guys, he is something. He was getting touchdowns left and right with Paulsboro. Just wait and see. I know he might not look good against the Eagles, but just wait and see. A couple of years, Bayshaw is going to be the face of the Jaguars. Book it. And I'm kind of curious to see how Josh Hines Allen looks against Lane Johnson. Curious to see that. But it is going to be a tough game for Philly, going against Travis Hunter and Trevor Lawrence. And they don't have a bye. They don't have a bye after this. They do not have a bye week coming off of a London game. The Eagles can't win them all. I feel like it's not going to be because of the Eagles. I feel like things happen, turnovers happen, people don't make plays. Some like things just happen. The Eagles can't win them all. Hell, and I feel like the Eagles will do pretty good against the Panthers at home, October 18th at 1 o'clock. So it's funny that the Eagles don't have a bye, but the Panthers do, and they're going to be well rested. But that's obviously not going to stop the Eagles from dominating the crap out of the Panthers. Jalen Phillips looks to make his return to Philadelphia. And yeah, the Panthers, I know they had an 8-9 record last season, but they did hold their own against the Rams in the playoffs last year, losing to 34-31, so it's not like they lost majorly or anything like that. But they haven't had a winning record since 2017. And this could be a potential trap game. It could be. It definitely could be, but I don't think that the Eagles are going to let that happen. And they get back on their winning ways and get the W. Ooh, this. Oh, the Cowboys. Oh boy. Anytime the Eagles play the Cowboys, it's like my anxiety is way up here. I'm so nervous. Like I usually am nervous for Eagles games, but when it's those Cowboys, ooh, it's just me and my mother watching it, and she's a Cowboys fan too, by the way. So that's going to be very fun. It's all love though. She's not screaming that delusional nonsense about how they're going to win the Super Bowl this year or any other year. But anyways, this is the 23rd time in 26 games between them that they are going to verse each other in prime time. And Philly actually has beaten Dallas 4 straight times in Philly, which is very good. But this game and the game on Thanksgiving, which I will get to in a couple of minutes, may determine the outcome of this season. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Christian Parker, the former Eagles DB coach, the new Cowboys DC, will look like against the Eagles. I want to see, like, I can't wait to see because those Cowboys corners last season, not good. Gave up way too many points, way too many yards. They even lost Trayvon Diggs because of it, getting torched every single time they went on defense. Whew. But if as long as the Eagles somewhat hold CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens in check, which they haven't done to CeeDee Lamb in a long time, and make sure that Dak Prescott doesn't do any scrambling, which he is more than capable of doing. And I want to change this because Dak Prescott actually did beat the Eagles in 2021 in the 2021 season. So it's been a long time, been a very long time. But yeah, last season we all know how that game went against the Cowboys, 21-0 lead, and they just blew it. But I don't think that the Eagles are going to lose to Dallas in Philly. I just don't see it. Like I said before, the Eagles are pretty good against Dallas in Philly, so this is going to be a W. And coming off of a Monday night game, they go into another primetime game, this time being on Sunday Night Football against the Washington Commanders on November 1st. So it's going to be in FedEx Field, and the Eagles are actually pretty good in FedEx Field. They're 7-2. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed that we don't have any injuries because on this cursed field there have been numerous injuries such as Joe Burrow, Robert the RG3, Chase Young. The list goes on, and another time where the Commanders are going to be, or another time where a team is going to be rested and the Eagles are not. The Commanders are going to be well rested after their bye week, but it's not going to do much against the Eagles. I feel as though they're going to sweep the divisional series against the Commanders and get that W. And another division game, third time's the charm, I guess. November 8th, 1 o'clock against the New York Giants at home. The Eagles are 12-0 in the link against the Giants in the past 12 games, which is remarkably good. And this is going to be the first time John Harbaugh coaches against the Eagles in the link as the new coach for the Giants, and we're going to see how that goes. The Eagles need to keep Jackson Dart in check because last time he was running wild against the Eagles, and we don't need that again. I don't see the Giants like just soaring and getting and like being like super good like off rip. I don't see that happening, but they're not going to be bad either. They're not going to be the same old Giants where they just get a 4-13 record, 3-14, top 10 pick in the draft. I don't think that's going to be the case this time. But you should like going back to this divisional matchup. Never take a division game lightly. Never. You never know what can happen. You never know. You think everyone thinks, oh, this team is not doing anything. They don't have any wins, and then they somehow go out there and beat the Philadelphia Eagles and make them look stupid. I want to see how these new draft additions look. Arvell Reese, Francis Mauigawa. I want to see how it looks. But the Eagles should not let Neighbors and Scadaboo get hot. Ooh, please do not let them get hot, Philly. Please. And both D lines are stacked. They are stacked. The Giants, they have Abdul Carter, Arvell Reese, Brian Burns. I want to see how this. I feel like it's going to be a battle of the trenches with these two teams, and that can determine the outcome. Maybe it can. Maybe it's a blowout, and the Eagles just win decisively. I don't know. We don't know. But then the Eagles get their bye on week 10, and then after the bye, they come back at the link to play the Steelers on November 22nd at 4:25 p.m. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be. We don't know. Could be Rodgers. Could be Rudolph. Could be Will Howard. We don't know. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter who goes out there. They're not beating my team because Hurts hasn't lost to the Steelers since joining with the Eagles, and the Steelers haven't even beaten the Eagles in a long, long time. Over 60 years. 60 years they have not beaten the Eagles at the link. Not to mention, we did steal the Makai Lemon from the Steelers. So I hope he has I just hope Makai Lemon has a stellar game so he can rub it in the Steelers' face. I just hope he does. Ooh, this game right here. This one right here. Ooh, what can I say? Cowboys on Thanksgiving. If there is a way for the NFL to get views and for them to get all the ratings they want, this was the perfect way to do it. Cowboys and Eagles on Thanksgiving. Eagles are pretty good actually against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. They're 2-0 against them and have a combined score total of 60 points to the Cowboys 10. But I'm going to be way, way too nervous to eat. Way too nervous. I don't know. I just can't. I just can't. It's on a Thanksgiving game too, so all eyes are going to be on this game. But I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I don't know what it is with the Eagles at Dallas. They just something always goes wrong for the Eagles in Dallas. I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Something is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I just see it becoming a loss. And back to the other games with this one, W W. But back to the Cowboys game, I just don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And then week 13 at the Arizona Cardinals on December 6th at 4:25, and I need a win because this one is on my birthday. I need a win. I need it. But going from Dallas to Arizona in a span of 10 days, that is a lot of mileage. that the Eagles are going to need to prepare for. And we don't know who the Cardinals quarterback is going to be at the time. Could be Brissett, could be Minshew, could be Carson Beck. But Brissett is expected to be starting in week one. Whether he's healthy enough to keep playing, we don't know. This could be a potential trap game. You never know. You never know. Bad teams tend to play the hardest when they have nothing to lose. And the last time these two teams played, just another ugly game for the Birds. They somehow lost to the Cardinals at home. At home. But the Cardinals don't have Kyler Murray. Like I said, they have Brissett now. But I want to see Saquon Barkley against Jeremiah Love. Both electrifying running backs, and I just want to see who has the better game between the two. And I hate the stadium. I hate it. The Eagles lost the Super Bowl against the Chiefs here due to that horrendous turf. But I need a win. I need a win on my birthday. I need a win. And I think they're going to get it. Week 14 against the Colts at the Link, December 13th at 1 o'clock. I think the Eagles shouldn't have any problems with this one. The Colts, they were a pretty hot team last year, 7-1 before the Jones injury. And we get to see Shane Steichen again, which is going to be lovely. And I don't know if they're going to play I don't know if they're going to play against Daniel Jones. I don't know if they're going to play against Anthony Richardson. I don't know. But Daniel Jones is expected to play unless something happens. We don't know. But he is 2-5 against Philly, which ugh, horrible. But he does somehow have 5 touchdowns against 2 interceptions against them and has a 88.6 passer rating. But I don't see it mattering because I think the Eagles are going to dominate against the Colts, who are basically rebuilding at this point, and that's going to be a W. Now this one is going to be a game right here against the Seahawks on a Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. on December 19th. Defending champs, and get this, it's going to be the Battle of the Birds, and they have been the past 2 Super Bowl winners, so that's going to be very, very intriguing. Both teams have been very successful in the past couple of years. A lot of winning, a lot of 2 Super Bowls between the both of them, and this is going to be Tariq Woolen against his former team, and that's going to be pretty good to see. But the Eagles, they tend to struggle against the Seahawks. I don't know what it is. It's like the Seahawks have some type of kryptonite over the Eagles, and the Eagles just can't seem to beat them for whatever reason. They haven't beaten them since 2008 and are 0-8 in that span. I don't know. I want to be hopeful, but it's gonna be tough. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a loss. I don't know. I just don't know. But on to Week 16 against the Texans on Christmas Eve at the Link at 8:15 p.m. And this one is going to be very intriguing. It's going to be a battle of two defenses, and it's going to, in my opinion, come down to who makes more mistakes, who makes that costly turnover, who makes that costly fumble, who doesn't hit that field goal, who doesn't make that catch to get the touchdown. That's what I believe it's going to come down to. And it's going to be Reed Blankenship's return to Philadelphia, and I hope he gets a tribute video. I hope he does. And it's going to be the final home game of the season, regular season, excuse me. And I think they're going to get a W. I think the Eagles, they love these types of games, these grinded out types of games, and I think they're going to prevail. Most of the time they do, so I don't see this time being any different. Week 17 against those stinking Niners that sent us home last year in the playoffs. They beat us in our stadium, and I think we're going to beat them in theirs. Sunday Night Football game, January 3rd at 8:20 p.m. This could be for all the marbles. This could indicate whether or not these teams win their divisions. This could indicate whether or not they get the 1 seed, 2 seed, whatever. This could indicate a lot of things between the two teams. The Niners don't have Jawan Jennings anymore. Not like that's going to matter much, in my opinion. But I believe the Eagles need to find a way to nullify Christian McCaffrey because he went rampant against the Birds last season, and he had that touchdown. He actually had 2 TDs against the Eagles last season, which was not fun to watch. And I just I need this revenge game. I need to see the Eagles come out and just bring it to the Niners. No holds barred, just bring it to the Niners. I would not mind seeing the Eagles invade the stadium. I would not mind seeing that, and I think they get a W. I think they get it. And to close it out, Week 18 at the Giants, January 9th or 10th to be determined. So yeah, this could be for the division. It could not be. It could be whatever. I don't know. I mean, I hope the Eagles put their backups in for this because I we don't need anybody getting hurt. We don't. I just hope that when we play this game, it's just pretty much just backups. We'll see, we'll see. I don't know. It could be a win. It could be a loss. I don't know. But I'm just gonna say loss. But it won't matter. It won't matter. It's not gonna matter. The Eagles will be in the playoffs. I believe they're gonna be in the playoffs based off of their past success. So I don't see why this year would be any different. The Eagles tend to do better after they have a down year by their standards. So with that being said, let's look over this. Win 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 9-2, 10-2, 11-2, 11-3, 12-3, 13-3, and 13-4. I believe that the Eagles are going to close out the season with a 13-4 record. Book it. But that wraps up another episode of I'm Going to Tell You, and I hope you all enjoyed watching. I'm Donovan Worthy, and have a good night.